I think I have on the recording. You can ask questions, madam, actually, on the Databricks Spark. Not
Uh,
the okay, like big data related questions, like you know what, not basics, that advanced questions you can ask daily, some 3 4 questions, you know.
yeah, sure, sure, sir.
Yeah, that will help them to recollect what happened yesterday and all. Yeah, I mean, meanwhile
Mm.
others can join. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sir. We'll start today's session now.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you all are doing good. So I hope many of you have done the assignment. I will share you the assignment answers for two of them by this weekend. Okay, you can check your answers. You can validate them with my answers. Okay. So coming to the session. So yesterday what we have discussed is all about the medallion architecture and all, right? In medallion architecture, how many layers do we have? Can anyone unmute yourself and let me know?
Three layers:
Yes. Can I know what are those three layers?
bronze, silver, and gold.
Yes, good. So which layer is related to having ingesting the raw data, complete raw data?
Bronze layer.
Yes, correct. I could see only one person answering the questions. We have 36 members in this session. So kindly unmute yourself and open up. Say something, whatever you think, be it right or wrong. Okay.
What is your roll number, Varlakshmi?
LE20, sir.
Oh, 2020. 2020. What is that branch?
ECE, sir. Sorry. ECE
Okay.
20, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So raw data where we ingest, it is in a bronze layer, right? So now that I'm going to ask you regarding which layer is in which layer is having the business level logics.
Gold.
Good. It's gold layer. And in silver layer, what do we do?
Filter, clean.
Good. So we do filtering the data in the silver layer. So in the when the raw data is ingested in bronze layer, the silver layer is for filtering and cleaning up the data. And in gold layer, we will be applying the business level aggregates on logics. So that is what we discussed yesterday. And we also discussed few things about the data lake and delta lake, right? So can anyone give me at least two differences between data lake and delta lake?
In data lake, we cannot perform acid operations, ma'am. But in Delta Lake, we can perform acid operations.
Good, very good. That is the major difference which we have discussed. 54C2. Good to hear this particular valid point. And yeah, anyone else? One is acid transactions. And anyone else?
Schema enforcement is not there in data lake, which is there in Delta.
Good, very good. This is also one of the major point which we have discussed in practical also. Right. And what else? If you remember a few things from your classes, you will be able to memorize the things. Okay, no problem. The other one more important point is in data lake, we do have number of formats. I mean, number of data formats. It will take be it Parquet, TSV, CSV, text, whatever it is, structured, semi-structured, unstructured, whatever it is. But in Delta Lake, when we create a file, it is always in a Parquet format and it will always have delta log and all. Okay, remember this measure point also. And both will have batch processing and stream processing as well. And apart from that one, what we have discussed, so inside the Databricks architecture, we have two things. Databricks architecture is divided into two things. Can I know uh, what are those two layers inside the Databricks architecture? I'm repeating the question. It is about the Databricks architecture, the workspace.
Delta.
Sorry, Kartikeya, I didn't get you what you told. Okay, no problem. So Databricks architecture is divided into two layers. One is data plane and other one is control plane. Okay. So in control plane, which particular layer has been controlled by Databricks? The answer is within the question. I'm repeating the question once again. Which layer will be controlled by Databricks?
Control layer.
Good. So control plane, whatever it resides inside the control plane, everything will be managed by the Databricks. And who controls the data plane? Who controls the data plane? Answer is users. Means we do control the data plane, like where the data should be resided, how the data should get stored. Means in a delta format or a Parquet format or CSV format. What format the data should be stored and where it should store. Everything related to data we do manage. Okay, and Databricks will manage the control plane. Got it? And apart from these things, we have also discussed about data lakehouse. So, data lakehouse, what is meant by data lakehouse? Yesterday we have discussed the definition. No problem. So, lakehouse, I will repeat the same thing today also for your convenience. I will share my screen and start it. Okay. Okay, so where are we? So yesterday we have discussed about schema evolution and data feeds, right? So schema evolution. Can anyone tell me what is meant by schema evolution? Whatever we have learned yesterday, you can tell me, like whatever it comes to your mind, you can tell me.
The ability to handle changes in structure.
What do we mean by schema enforcement? Okay. So schema enforcement is nothing but when the source table is having the different schema with the destination table, then when you are trying to merge the data, means when you're trying to insert the data directly from source table to destination table, then at that time the schema should match, right? If the schema is not matching, it usually pops up an error. But using the schema enforcement, what we can do, we can merge the schema and deploy all the rows of the table to the destination location, right? So this is what we have discussed about schema enforcement. And we also discussed about data feed, correct? Data feed, what is meant by, see, we have discussed data feed, time travel, right? What is the difference between time travel and data feed? Time travel or data versions, whatever it is, what it is. If you don't know the other one, at least if you know one thing, you can explain me what it is. Data versions or data feeds, whatever you remember, you can tell me.
Have to enable the data
data versions.
manually.
Sorry, I couldn't hear any one of you.
Data,
You can tell
Actually,
me
in data
54C2.
versions, we can go back to the historical versions of the data map.
Correct?
Actually, in previously, what changes we done to data, all those versions we can go through it in data versions or time travel.
Okay, good.
the data feed is the flow of data.
Yes, 412, you're saying something. Please continue.
The data feed is nothing but the flow of data.
Sorry, there is bit background noise. I couldn't hear you properly. Please repeat. In data feeds,
The data feed is the flow of data or stream of data.
data feed is the flow of the data. That is what you're saying, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is partially correct. Yes. Anyone else? Come on, yesterday we have discussed this concept of data feeds. Okay, I'll tell you. What is the difference between data feed and what is the data feed and data versions? So data versions, as 454C2 told us, so if we can go back and retrieve the history based on whatever version we want. We can go back and check each and every version. And this data feed, what this data feed means, this is also kind of history, but what it will do means for each and every record means firstly data version or time travel will give you the history at a file level, but this data feed will give you history at record level. Means all the flow of data, when you are inserting it, it will give you as insert. When you are updating it, it will give you as this record has been updated. So each and every record will have, when it has been inserted or it has been updated, everything will be recorded in the data feed. So in both the versions, we will be discussing about the history only. Okay, one is at file level and the other is at record level. And notebook level also, we could be able to check the versions inside the portal. We have seen that also. So can anyone tell me what do we mean by vacuum command? Vacuum. Understand the meaning of vacuum.
It is used to
Actually, by
terminate the
the use
data.
of
Yes, Varalakshmi, please repeat.
It is used to terminate the data.
Good. And 54C2, you are saying something?
actually by using a vacuum command, we can clean up the necessary versions of the particular data set.
Very good. Yes. So both are correct. Firstly, what she said is terminating the data, and what 54C2 told is the exact definition. Like it is used to delete the unnecessary versions of the delta file. Okay. Mention that particular word and delete the unnecessary versions of the delta file. Okay. That particular word should be added at the end. Good. So, what is the difference between vacuum and vacuum command and restoring a version?
And actually, the names itself defining them, defining them. Actually, vacuum deletes the unnecessary files and restoring data means restoring the previous versions of the data using data like data.
Very good. Actually, we need to applaud him because he has given a very detailed explanation about both of them. One is vacuuming all the unnecessary versions of the unnecessary versions of a delta file, and other is about, other means restoring a version means restoring the previous version, but it will not delete the version, but in vacuum it will delete. So good. What is your good name? 54C2.
Kalyan,
Kalyan. Yeah, okay, good. So we have discussed about vacuum commands, schema evolution, data feeds, and all. Now let me know what is the difference between batch processing and stream processing. See, when I ask you the question, the answer is always within the question only. Just read the question once again. I mean, listen to the question once again. Differences between batch processing and stream processing. Batch and stream.
Batch processing means loading bulk amount of data, daytime, where stream processing is loading portions of data very frequently.
Yes, good. That's the correct answer. Batch processing is loading the data, bulk data, for any time frame, like 1 day of data maybe we are reading, or 1 month of data we are reading, or be it any time frame we are reading. But when it comes to stream processing, it is a continuous flow of data which we are reading continuously. Yes. And what else we have discussed? Let me, yeah, what in dbutils, which command is used to move one file location to another, move the file from one location to another location? I'm repeating the question once again. We have the answer within the question only. Which command of dbutils is helping us to move the file from one location to another location?
Move command.
Correct. So dbutils.fs.mv of will give the source location, destination location, and recurse value, which is true. Then we will be able to move the file. Correct. So inside the dbutils, we have discussed about few of them, right? So out of which is used inside the dbutils, which module has been used for creating the parameters inside the notebook?
Widgets.
Good. Widgets. dbutils.widgets. Correct. And apart from that one, we also discussed about one more module which contains like to exit the thing and also to run one notebook from another notebook. What is that module? Yes, 412.
Notebook.run. dbutils notebook.run.
Sorry, please repeat it again.
dbutils
Person.
notebook.run.
Notebook. Yes, correct. It is notebook utilities. dbutils.notebook. And so how to, now I'm asking you the very basic question, which I always tell you. How do we connect the storage account like ADLS Gen 2, Azure Data Lake Gen 2 to our Databricks? Using what?
Access key.
Correct? Access key. But where do we use this access key? Means using which of which module of dbutils is helping us to connect?
Mounting.
Good. Mounting is helping us to connect the Databricks workspace and the Azure Data Lake Gen 2. So what do we do in real time? We definitely don't have data inside the DBFS, which is Databricks file system. So ultimately, what do? We actually take the data from Azure Data Lake Gen 2 using dbutils mount, dbutils.fs.mount of. This will give us all the things, all the required things to connect the Databricks and the Data Lake Gen 2. So inside that one, we will be using the authentication we need to authenticate it, right? So while authenticating, we will be doing it in two ways. One is storage key, SAS key, and the other one is access key. So clear, right? The mounting one. When someone asks you, how do you mount it? You should be able to tell, right? And apart from that one, uh, inside the data frames, we discussed one important thing, that is broadcast. What is the use of broadcast?
Reduce the shuffling.
For caching the memory.
Good. It will keep the required data inside the cache, and it will retrieve the data from cache. No, it will not go to the memory each and every
Main
time. Yes, good, Kartikeya. And now that we have discussed about broadcasting, I told you inside the data frames, we have two extra joins. What are those two extra joins we have learned inside data frames?
Left semi-join and left anti-join.
Yes, good. And what is your good name? 412?
Obviously, ma'am.
Obviously, good. Left anti-join and left semi-join. What is meant by left anti-join?
This returns all the rows from the left data frame.
Sorry, please repeat it again.
This join returns all rows from the left data frame where there is no match with the right.
Correct. This is the detailed explanation she has given. So it will retrieve all the rows from the left table which are not being matched with the right table. Now let me know what is left semi-join.
The left semi-join is quite opposite for this one. It gives the data of the left data frame, which is the match with the right one.
Yes, good. That's correct answer. So left semi-join is all about retrieving the data from the left table, which records are matching with the right table. So yes, good. Many of you has answered the questions proactively, and today we will discuss all the things with starting with the lake house architecture once again, and then we will go ahead with today's. Okay. So let me show you the differences between the warehouse, data lake, and data lake house. Okay, so that you will be able to understand the things. So yesterday we have discussed about the data lake house, right? So understand this one thing. When someone asks you what is data lake house, the very simple answer is always it is a combination of data warehouse and the data lake. Data lake is equal to data warehouse plus data lake. Okay. So see, uh, previously when we don't have data lake also, we used to have the data warehouses are still there, but what I meant to say here is we do have the structured data, we do ETL operations and store the data again in data warehouses, and this data has been used for reporting. Okay, so this is how it used to be inside the data warehouse. Okay, but when it comes to the data lake, what it is doing, it is having all types of data, be it structured, semi-structured, or unstructured, whatever it is. It will store all the data. Okay. And here also it will do ETL. And again, see here, upon doing the ETL, it will use the data warehouse, and then only it will be able to send the data to reporting tools. Okay. Here you need to understand one thing. this data lake will always be a good option for data science and machine learning. But there is one thing, for reporting, you couldn't take the data directly from the data lake. Why? Because this couldn't support the one particular property, that is data validation. Data validation will never be happen on the data lake. Okay, but here in the data warehouses it is there. That's why when we are using the reporting tools, we will be definitely taking the data from this particular data warehouse, and we will directly connect data warehouse to the reporting tools. But data lake, we couldn't connect it directly. Okay, so that is the major difference between these two. But when it comes to lake house, here it is having all the properties of both lake house, both data lake and structured data warehouse. It will take all structured data, means all structured data means all formats of data. It will do all whatever operations we do, it will do using ETL, and it can be used for reporting, data science and machine learning also. Okay, so from this, what you could say, using the data lakehouse, you could connect to the reporting tools directly, as well as you could store the multiple formats of data. Okay, so this is what the data lakehouse mean. Simply, data lakehouse is a combination of data warehouse and the data lake. Data lakehouse is nothing but a data lakehouse. It can be in this lakehouse architecture. You will be seen in Azure Databricks. Not only Azure Databricks, be it any cloud, AWS Databricks or GCP, whatever it is, you can be able to see the lakehouse architecture there. Okay. So, how the lakehouse have been implemented means it is via medallion architecture. Means, see, data lake, upon the data lake, we are creating the delta lake, converting the data to delta tables. But how it is having the property of data validation and all, it is all because of medallion architecture. So data goes through bronze, silver, gold layer, and it gives the quality of the data. It gives the quality data in each layer. Like it gives the quality data, and hence it can be used for all of them. Stream analytics, BI reporting, data science, and ML. Be it anything. Clear, everyone? Now that if someone asks you, you will be able to tell, right? What is data lakehouse? And here I have listed the few of the. Yes, if anyone is having any doubts, please unmute and let me know. Okay. So data lake, here I have given you few differences between data lake house, and data warehouse. Okay. So here in this one, see, data lake is less secure, but data lake house and data warehouse are very secure. With respect to data, we are telling this particular points. Okay. And implementation timeline, data lake will take just only days, and data lake house will take weeks. But this data warehouse implementation timeline is in months, because it is not very easy to create a data warehouse just by importing and exporting. Okay, data lake is just like you can upload and you can do that. You can streamline it within days. And lakehouse also, you can be able to do it in weeks. But yeah, data warehouse needs very keen implementation. Like even if you wrongly give long for int, it will be a schema mismatch, and you will not be able to take it back. Okay, that is why data warehouse implementation will take much time. And cost also, here it is taking data lake is always the cheaper option when compared to any other data sources. Okay, data lake is cheaper when compared to these two. And when it comes to audience, here data lake is always the best point for data scientists and ML who worked on machine learning. it is always the best. And data lakehouse also enlists and report writers. Means who works for reporting tools also, they will also use the data lakehouse and data warehouse, both of them. Okay. Advantages is fast to create and load the data. It is easy to create and loading the data here we tell. And here in the data lakehouse, it provides the report ready data model. See, we have visualization tools. If you remember, for whatever the data we have, see we can see like what report has been created. I mean, we can see like through visualization inside the Databricks, you will be able to draw some insights, right? That's what it is. Okay, inside the data warehouse also, this also can be used for reporting tools. That's why it is saying provides a report ready data model. Okay, which can be used. So here in the disadvantages, it is saying this is the new technology and this is the high cost and low data flexibility. And here it can turn into a data swamp. That's what the disadvantages here we are saying. And purpose is single data repository. And here reporting and business analysis. Okay. Here also reporting and business analysis. Data types, we all discussed about this one in the previous slide. So I'm skipping this part. Okay. So these are the 3 layers of Medallion data architecture. So Medallion architecture usually consists of 3. First one is raw ingestion layer. And second one is filtered data, which cleans up and hold the data. And finally, the gold layer is all about the business level logics it will be holding. Okay. So that's what. Now that we are in this one, let me go to 15th session and so data feeds. We have discussed about all this today, data feeds and all. And we have also discussed about what else we have discussed. How to set the data feed using this particular option. When if the table has been already created, we can set like alter table name, and set table properties. Delta dot enable change data feed. And it is at a record level, we will be getting the answer. See here, when we have inserted few things, then for version 2 of this particular one, it has told us which type of this particular what change type has been done for this particular record. Okay, and the version also here we could see timestamp. Okay. And schema evaluation is nothing but when we have a different schema for the source table and the destination table, we could be able to handle it using the schema evaluation or schema enforcement. Okay, what it will do if we add this options merge schema equals to true, what it will do, it will merge the schema and it will not pop up an error. So this is what we have discussed yesterday. And apart from that one, we have discussed batch processing and stream processing, right? So let me reiterate it today also. So batch processing and stream processing. So here we have taken one particular file, which is 2010 summary Parquet file. And what I have done is I have added, see here, from flights only I'm taking this, right? So for this particular one, I'm adding one more column, which is type, just to show you that this is for batch. Okay, similarly, we will be doing it for this also. Let me override the same thing. Okay, using this particular one. I'm merging the schema because I have added this particular one, but this particular file will not have this particular column, right? That's why I'm merging the schema. Now let me show you. Let me create a table also and show you how the data looks like. Okay. So this is how the data is looking like. Destination, country name, origin country name, count, and the type. Type is batch. Just to give you the idea of batch and stream, I have done this. Okay. Now that we are good at batch processing till now we have all discussed about batch processing, right? Now we will enter into the stream processing one. Okay. So stream processing, yesterday we have written the query till here. So let me quickly explain you till here once again, and then I will start writing the query. It is very small query only. It will be easy for you also if you understand. Okay. Even if you don't have any prior experience, prior background of this thing, you will be able to understand it today. Okay. Firstly, I'm importing all the things which are all required. Okay. And then I will explain you when this comes. Okay. But for now, I'm explaining you the major one here. So this is the function generate stream I have created. So inside this one, I'm taking parameters, table format, table name, schema, and type. Okay. So actually, I'm giving the default value of the schema as false and type as batch. Okay. So I'm creating one data frame now, which is a stream data. So how do you read the data in batch processing? Spark.read.format of. Correct? Spark.read.format of, be it CSV or Parquet, you will give, and then you'll give dot load of whatever the path it is, you will give, right? So similar to that particular syntax, now we are doing spark.read stream. In batch, it is spark.read. Here it is spark.read stream. Okay, read stream dot. Again, here also the format is again rate. Rate is just a anonymous value. It will not anonymous value. It will directly take that particular default value into this one. Okay, and option is definitely an optional one which we could include. Rows per second. How many rows per second you want, you can mention here. And now load. So this is similar to your batch processing, correct? Spark.read.format.option. Option can be anything you could give, and load off. Same, right? But only thing is spark.read is there for batch. Here you are using spark.read stream. Okay. See here. If I want to load any file kind of thing, then I'm writing dot load off. But if I want to load any table, how I will do? Dot table off. Okay. This is the two different scenarios. Okay. And now I can add few columns, right? So now here I'm having destination country and destination state, origin state, and count of flights between these two, source and destination, and what type of data it is, batch. So here also I'm taking those four columns: destination country name, a destination country name with column of, this should be the name of your this should be the name of your column. Okay. And country name of, this is a function I'm calling here. Country name of will come here, and here I have defined one particular function which will in turn return a string value. And what it will do, it will give us the random value of this list. Okay. Random dot choice of, I have taken this, correct? So it will randomly give you India, Australia, Sri Lanka, whatever it is. It will give you that particular one. Okay. And origin country name also I have taken, and I have taken the country name of. Here also it will randomly pick up. Okay. And again, I'm adding one more column, that is count. This is also some random using randoff. I'm taking randoff into 100. It will give me some random value. And let me convert it into the integer also. Cast of this particular rand to empty sorry, it should not be like this. Rand of this particular one dot test of long. Okay, so this will give us the long value. Okay, and the other one is the string I'm taking. Okay, so see here. Let me not take a default value like string. Instead of type here string, I will take whatever we have passed as a parameter. I will take it here. Okay. If you want, you can take like any default value also here, but I'm taking whatever I pass here, it should come here. Okay. So that is what I want. And apart from this one, now once you load all these data, then what you should do? If the schema is true, then means here if I have taken as false, it will not execute this particular one. But when you're calling this particular function, you should give schema should be true. Then it will come to this particular one. I mean, once it will execute this particular thing, it will come to this, and what it will do, data frame dot, it will select all the things what are all we have mentioned here. Okay, now that I'm here, see, I have read the data and I have selected what are all the required columns I want. Now I need to write somewhere, right? Now I'm going to write it. Okay, using this one, df dot write stream of. So how you usually write? We usually write by df dot write off. Correct, df dot write of format df dot write dot format of dot, and you should be writing save for saving it into any location, or you will be writing save as table to save it as a table format. Okay, in such a way we are writing in batch processing. Now that we are in this stream processing, we are giving few parameters. Okay, let me show you what are all those. Write stream, okay, dot format of. What format I want? I actually want the format of table. Whatever here I'm passing, be it delta, be it CSV, be it Parquet, whatever I want, whatever I have given, it should come here. Dot option. Now I'm giving one option here, which is a check point. I will explain you in detail what is this checkpoint location. Okay. Let me create a function for this one. My checkpoint, correct? Definition my underscore checkpoint. Oh, what it should return means it should return a, actually checkpoint is a location. Okay, so you can either directly take any default location, or you can just write it something like this. Okay, for now I'm writing it in this way. Okay, the default checkpoint location and all. Return. Let me take from here. DBFS. DBFS and file store data input. Okay. Inside the input, no, let me do it in output because this is empty folder, right? That's why. Let me give the same location here. Remove DBFS here. Okay. Inside output, Let me create a folder called checkpoint /off. Okay. It should give whatever the string value it is. Okay. And the string value could be anything random dot randint between 0 to 1000 I'm giving. Okay. So that it will create with that particular name. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do here. And I will explain you why this checkpoint location and all are required. But for now, think in such a way that we are having checkpoint location also. Okay. Now that we have given option, now we have given format, we have given option. Now we need to trigger it, right? Trigger of this trigger will be only for processing with help of intelligence. I got this. So it should trigger for every 3 seconds. What I told you, this particular streaming data is a continuous flow of data, correct? It is not any batch data. So it should trigger, right, for every 3 seconds. Then it will generate the streams. So that's why this trigger is important for us. Now I have given the trigger type. Now I'm saving it as a table. Table should be table name. Okay, it should save as a table name. Okay, when I run this particular function, it should return this query. Okay, this is a very small one I have taken here. Okay, what I have done firstly, let me execute it and show you. See, I am not calling any function, right? That's why it is not throwing any output for me. Let me call it. Okay. Stream. This gonna be very interesting. Just trust me. Now I'm calling the generate string. Now, till now we have seen only, see here, what are all the, it has given a table format. Table format, it should be delta. Okay. Table name should be, we'll do one thing. What I will do means, here I have created a batch data, right? I have created that with respect to this particular name. Inside the catalog, if I show you this default one, here you could see Delta flights, right? So I have created it. Now I will show you the same thing. I will append the data to that particular one and show you what it will do. Okay. Table name is Delta flights only again here. And what else we have? Schema. It should be. And what else we have? We have type, right? Type is string A. Let me write it in caps. No. String underscore early. Okay. Let me call it 2 times so that 2 streams will get generated parallelly further. I will keep this as B. Okay. Now I'm calling this particular things. Now I'm calling this particular generate string in the below command. Let's see what it will happen. Okay. String is not defined. Which string is not defined? Name string is not defined. Okay. Country name. This country name is a user defined function. No? I will use UDF. Okay. So that it will be easy for me. UDF of return type. UDF of return type should be string is equals to string type. UDF is not defined, it is saying. Let me execute it. See, this is not like our batch processing. It is saying, it is giving few, what it is saying. Job aborted due to this recent failure. Main error string is not defined. For both the jobs, it is saying it the same, right? Where else we have used this particular one? Country name we have used. Okay. We have imported functions, all the things, and types also, all the things. We have imported random and checkpoint we have given delta slash checkpoint. I have given some location and it should be this particular thing. It is saying the same thing once again. Things will pop up whenever there is some mismatch. Country name of, country name of, country name of. Okay. Where else we have this string here? Okay. Here we have it as a string, the string type. Apart from these two, we don't have anywhere else, right? This is the issue. It should be str. So see here, when it is giving the job IDs and all, right? But here, if you see, if I just you have this particular one, right? Drop down, you just give it. It is giving us a graph format, how it is, how the input, at what rate the input is coming, and at what rate you are processing the data. This is what it is giving. Isn't it very nice when you see it? When you understand it. But see here, there is one more thing. It is not at all stopping at any point. It is continuously triggering for every 3 seconds. Think how beautiful this is. And batch duration, how much duration it has executed. Batch duration means nothing but, see here, I haven't given any, just I haven't given anything like do it in such a way. I mean, give me these graphs and all. I have not written anything, but it has given us. This is the beauty of the streaming data. given as input versus processing rate for both of them, and also batch duration. Batch duration is nothing but we told them take 200 rows per second, right? So it is doing the same thing. That is the batch duration. Behind the scenes also, inside the streaming processing also, there is a batch processing, which helps us to leverage the streaming data. Okay, clear everyone? Here, if you see, this is the dashboard. And here, if you see the raw data, who run ID, name, timestamp, batch ID. Here we got a number of rows. See, every time it is getting increased. It has in 1400 rows. It has inputted for us. It is showing input rows per second. See, I told them to take 200. See, sometimes it is 200 and sometimes it is varying. Okay, processed rows is also differing. Before it is 254, now it is 220. Okay, so here add batch of, commit offsets, get batch, latest offset. Just don't think about all this. But yeah, major things what we have seen is sync also. See, wherever it is syncing to this particular file. Okay, isn't it great seeing this thing? Like, see, this is very small thing I have created from very small file and all. Imagine you have a real-time data, how it actually process. This is how it actually process. It all depends on how you write the query here, means how you read the data, how you write the data. Reading it from somewhere and writing it to somewhere is what it has happened inside the code. That's all. Apart from that, there is nothing, right? I will also show you one more thing here. Select count of star from delta flights. Let me give type also. Group by type. Okay. It will give me the data for all of them. See here. Remember what I have done. I have taken two strings. Okay. String A and string B. Now I should be able to get all of them. It is taking so much time, right? And see here, it is not getting stopped. We need to manually stop this particular thing. I'm not going to stop it until I show you all the things what I want to show you. Okay, see here, string B is getting a 46,000. Here it is 46,200. And batch job. See, batch job is not running at all. Means batch, which is already having data, that is batch. Batch is having no data. I mean, no new data. It is always the constant one. So that is how. See, here we have got one suggestion. Accelerate the queries with delta. This query is on delta table with many small files. Okay, so it has given, it is saying, it is trying to tell us to get this data, it is always reading the data from very minor files, it seems. Okay, this particular thing you can query like batch also, but I will show you one more thing. Okay, spark dot read stream of read stream dot format of delta dot table. What is the table name? Delta underscore flights, right? Delta flights. And what I'm doing, spark dot read dot format of delta dot table. Now I'm going to group by type. Okay. Dot count of. If I do this particular thing, it should display, right? So that's why I'm giving this as display. Display of. Let me show you one more beauty of this streaming. What it will do means it has just initialized. See, in batch, by the time I'm executing, what are the records I got now? Now I will show you one more thing. It will take some time to initialize the string. See, whenever the batch job is running, here it will show the different way. Like it will not show something like this, right? Stream initializing. It has the different thing, and batch job is having the different thing. Okay, in general, you also need to know these particular graphs will be whatever the graphs we have now, they will take these graphs and they will relate it to the Azure dashboard. Inside Azure, portal.azure, I will show you one more thing. Dashboard, Azure dashboard will be available for us. There, the data it will take. See here, dashboard option is there, na? See here. So using this particular things, we can create a dashboard and everyone see Cosmos DB Health and whatever you want, you can just create it using this particular one. Okay, so this is how we usually do in real time. Okay, these dashboards we will link to Azure dashboard and then there we will be monitoring. Why? Because when you work in real time, the data every time it comes, it matters to us, right? So every time what it will do, it will give us how much data it is coming and how it is going. So we usually monitor these graphs at certain period of time, and also we will create alerts. Means if there is any issue with respect to processing the job or something, we will create alerts upon them, and we will get alerts if there is any issue, like if the processing is not happening, something like that. If the graph is going down completely, see here 200, na? Every time it should be 200 only. Now it has come to some value here. I'm not sure what value it is, but it should not come to 0. Okay, if it is coming to 0, then what it will do? It will not read any data. So monitoring these graphs is also most important thing when it comes to real time. See here, now I got the data for stream B. It is 81600, for stream A 81600. See here, it is not getting stopped. This particular thing is also not getting stopped. See, it has updated. I'm getting the live data. How much it is reading also, I'm getting the data. This isn't really a beautiful thing which we have seen today. We could really take the live data, how much it is reading and how much it is showing us. This is interesting, right? So this is how we usually have the streaming data. Like reading the streaming data is also a continuous flow, or writing it is also a continuous flow. Okay, I have showed you these two. But see, when you write a similar to batch one, it has just given you at that moment what are all the things are there. It has just given you that. Apart from that, it hasn't given you anything. But when you have written in a streaming one, sorry, you have got all the things live, how much count the data has been inserted on all, correct? For stream A and stream D. You can also create on your own, test this one I have given a very, very simple and basic example here. But see, you have different things. Okay, let me stop it. Okay, let's not strain this. Let me stop this also. It is asking if you really want to stop the execution or not. Okay, so see, I have stopped both the things. We have seen this is a very continuous flow. Sometimes it has went to 1K also. What is this? This is processing rate. The processing rate has went above 1K also. But input rate is always the constant one because we have defined a measure which is rows per second is only 200. And here, if you see what else we have given, trigger for every 3 seconds. Similarly, you are getting here for each and every second how much it is reading, correct? So, uh, this is how the for every second you are getting a graph value, how much data you are getting and how much it is processing. Okay. So the difference between the batch processing and stream processing, now I hope you understood it clearly, right? If you have any doubts, I'll repeat it once again. Okay, this is the table format which we got when you query on a batch. This one. Okay, but when you query on any what when you query on this particular streaming data, you have got a different one. Okay, so this is how it is. And one more thing, I have explained all things right here. Checkpoint, yeah. Why this checkpoint location is required? Let me go here and I will explain you. Inside the DBFS file store, data, input, checkpoint. Where is the checkpoint? It has not created checkpoint. Shouldn't be the
In
case.
output folder you get.
Right. In output folder. Checkpoint. So see, here you got the things, no? Commits, offset, source, metadata. So in all the things, you could be able to see the things. What this checkpoint actually means. So you actually need one thing, right? What means how much data you have read and how much data you are left. To have that particular thing, you need a checkpoint location. This checkpoint location will store all the data, how much data you have read and how much data you have left to read. Okay, that the random numbers which you are seeing inside the checkpoint location is all about which you have taken randomly. That's all. It has nothing to do. These numbers are literally random one. If you see here, okay. But inside this, how many commits, how many offsets, it is getting divided and all metadata, everything is getting stored there. Okay, see here, checkpoint. I have taken the randint of some value, just so that it will store here in that particular, I mean, taking some random value, it will generate the file. That's how. Apart from that, it has nothing. Okay, those values have nothing to explain. Now that you understand each and everything, right? See here, I have taken import star, but this is not a good coding thing. Because I have imported at the beginning, I don't know what I'm going to use. That's why I have taken star. But according to coding standards, what we can do means we can just take what are all required. We can import only those. Not all are required. Okay. And I'm using random, right? That's why I have imported random also. And also, see, you are using this Databricks version and you are writing this, right? But remember, you have initialized the Spark session, right? Long back. Once it is initialized, there is no need of initializing it again and again. But if you execute the same program in your local means in your local environment also, you can download this Spark and uh, Python and all this. You can integrate with your local and you can work on. When you're working on your local, you need to definitely initialize the Spark session. Then only you will be able to understand this one. Sorry, then only you will be able to execute the streaming one. Okay. I have skipped that part because I have, it is not required for me because I have done it long back. Okay. So whatever you have generated, this particular thing, whatever you have called with parameters. So each and every parameter has come here. And firstly, you are creating a data frame with spark.read stream of dot format of should always be rate only. Okay. And dot option. This you can keep it or you can skip it. There is no problem of this one. No problem when you use it or you don't use it. Okay. This is completely optional one. And load off. What you're loading. Here you are not giving any file name. But still, what you're doing, you are adding columns. Columns, destination country name, origin country name, count and type. Correct? These all you have taken. And for country name, to generate the country name, you have taken this function and you're picking the random values of this one for this destination country name and origin country name also. And here inside this count, I have taken just a random value. And so we have done so many things today. Let's see the data now. Okay, see here you could see only the graph, but see how much data we have. We have more than 1,31,000. This is 1 lakh and this is also 1 lakh. 2 lakh, about 2 lakh we have data, right? When you want to query something, you need not to go back to your streaming kind of thing. You can simply write something. Select star from delta flights dot delta flights where type equals to stream A. Okay, and just showing you how the data will be. I will limit the thing. Okay, limit to 100. Okay, we'll see what data it has inserted. Okay. So see, destination country, India. Okay. See, this is kind of weird one because what I have done, I have taken the random function for both of them. Na? That's why it has taken the same thing. But yeah, in general, when you work on real time, it will never happen. Okay. I mean, you will give something. Real time data will be different. Na? Origin country name and destination country name, not like my data. Correct? Just for a sample, I have created this. Okay. So what it has taken the same value for both of them and it has given the count. So skip these two things. But yeah, remember one thing. Whatever we have created for stream A is all about taking the destination country name and origin country name, counting and type of the thing is stream A. So this is how it is. The data. You can query generally like this one also, even for the streaming data. Okay, clear everyone? When it is called, we have come here and we have done this. When this is done, we have, if the schema is true, we have selected what are all the columns we want. And what we have done, we have written this particular data frame, stream data dot write stream dot format option trigger. This option checkpoint is the new thing which you will be learning in streaming. And this trigger also you will not be having in batch processing, but you will be having this in our stream processing dot table name. And you are returning this particular query whenever this is called. So clear, right? This is very sample data we created. If you want, I will repeat it again. Clear, everyone?
Once you can repeat it.
Yeah, sure.
The big
So, just like our batch processing. So, batch processing, this is the batch I have taken. So, just to show you the example of batch processing, what I have done, I have read the data, spark.read.format of packet and loading the data. This data to this data frame. Okay, I have kept this data in this data frame. And what I have done, for this particular data frame, I have added a column called type and I have added it as a value batch. So whatever data I have here, it will get added one more column called batch. Okay. So I have added that batch and now I have saved this particular data frame like a file. This is the file name I have used. Yesterday we have done this. Okay. So mode is always overwrite I have taken and merging the schema. Why I'm merging this schema? Because merging the schema means schema evolution. So why I'm merging this one? Because I have added one more column here, but originally in this particular location, data has been stored in such a way that it is not having this column at all. But now I have added this, right? So there should not be any difference. That's why I have given merge schema equal to true and I have returned this one. So when I have written this particular thing, what it has done, it has saved this file with this adding this column also. And I also created one. I have saved this file. Now that what I have done, I have created a table using this location. Delta table I have created using this location. And if I select star from delta flights, I got this one. So here I've got all the things like what is my destination country name, origin country name, count and batch. Okay. So batch is the value which you have given. This is the user defined column. I mean, I have defined this, right? That's why I'm saying it like that. Now, if I scroll down, this is all about this is all about batch processing. I have read the data, I have added the column, and I have written that to one file location. And using that file location, I have created a delta table. Okay, till here, batch processing is clear. Is batch processing clear? Yeah, thank you. So now that batch processing has been completed, we have entered into the stream processing. Inside the stream processing also, we have done the similar thing. What we have done, we have read the data, we have written the data using some transformations. Means there also you have added some columns, right? Here also we have done the same thing. But here we have done everything in one command and there you have done in different commands. That is the only difference which we have when you see the difference between the formats of writing it, it is the only difference. Okay, apart from that, it is same. So here also, see, I'm calling this generate string. Okay, I'm calling this generate string and I'm giving the all the parameters. Table format, I want it to be a delta file. Okay, and table name should be delta flights. Means it should save as a table only. And schema is true. This is having a separate uh, separate thing. I will explain you. Type is a string name. Okay, these are all the these are not default things I'm doing. You can create any function. You can create any function. You can call it for generating the string. Okay. Now I have created this particular function. That's why with few parameters I have passed and generated them. If I show you, if when I call this particular thing, what it has done means it has come here. It has come here. Inside this function, what we have done? We have done few things. Firstly, we have created a data frame, which is a stream data. There in the batch processing, we have created df underscore flights, correct? That is for batch processing. For stream processing, what we have done? We have created a data frame called stream data. So spark dot read stream dot format of. There what we have done? Spark dot read dot format of dot load when to load the data. So here also you're doing the same thing. Spark dot read stream dot format of. Here the format should be rate. Okay, there the format should be anything like whatever file you are reading, you will give that one. But here you should always give rate. Okay, options. This option is purely optional thing whether you want to include it or not. Okay, rows per second I have included and it is 200 I have included. And I'm taking columns. Okay, this column, I have created this column. And for this column, what value I'm passing? I'm passing the value of country name. So country name, I'm taking it from this particular one. Let me the destination country name here. If I call this function country name, it will come here, and what it will do, it will return random of any of these values, be it India, Australia, or Sri Lanka, USA, England, be it anything, it will do like that. Okay, you can do one more thing here. I will do destination country is India only for me. But from where all these things are coming? I mean, from the origin location can be of any of them. Okay. Pakistan also. It can be of any country, but destination is always India. I have now given a default value. When I generate streams now, it will generate appropriately. Okay. The origin country can be anything. Now anything means I have given the country name, take any random value of these given list. Okay. And count number of flights for between these two places I want, right? So if you see here below, see here, random of value I got into 100. Okay, whenever you write random of something, it will give you from 0.0 to 0.9, right? So that's why I have taken into 100 and I have taken this one. If I scroll up, okay, so it will do that particular thing. And I'm casting this too long because it will give me point values also. I don't want like that. That's why I have casted it too long. If you don't cast it too long, what it will do means it will throw you an error saying that the schema is not matching between the means you are appending this data to Delta flights, right? This one is the one which we used for creating the batch table. Again, we are using the same thing for creating the stream, for creating this particular one, right? So at that moment there we have created with respect to long. How do I know that particular thing? If you scroll to here and if you see here, this is string, string, long and string. So these are strings. Below also it will generate as a string only because I have given it as a string name like this. Huh? That's why here also I'm returning string. That's why there is no problem. String, string. And here also this type is a literal one, means a string one. So not a problem. But here it could take any value. But let me not take a chance. I will be always taking a long value. That's why I have casted it. Okay. Within this, when you call this particular one, firstly, you will be creating a data frame like this. Upon creating a data frame like this, what you're doing, if the schema is true, then it will execute this one. This is a data frame. Data frame dot. What you're doing, you are selecting the required columns. Destination country name, origin country name, count and type. Okay. Why I have created these again means this is the batch one, right? So just to append my stream data to this batch data, I have created this similar kind of this one. For you, you can create any others and you can test it. Okay, you no need to stick on to merge both batch and stream. You can create on your own whatever you want. Okay, but every time you do something, it should be definitely like reading the data frame and writing the data frame should be there always, and inputting the required things is all what is necessary when you are creating a streaming one. Okay, be it a stream one or a batch one. These two are required, right, to create any table or a file. So that's what we have created. So for query now, what I have done, stream data means data frame dot I'm writing now using write stream dot format. What format I'm using? Whatever I have passed here, it should take that particular option. Checkpoint location. I told you, right? Checkpoint location is nothing but how much data you have read and how much data you you still need to read. So that is the thing which it will store inside the checkpoint location. And trigger, this one you will not be seeing inside the batch processing. This has come up inside the stream processing only, and it will trigger for every 3 seconds. Okay. Table name. It can be of anything. I have taken whatever the table name I have given here. It should save it into that particular table name. And I'm returning this particular one. Okay. Clear everyone? When I call this checkpoint location, I have given as a particular what I should say a function, right? This my checkpoint. You can directly give this location below. There is no need of creating it. Okay. When you I have created two strings, but you can create one or two or three. How many you want, you can create on your. For your reference, I have showed you creating two strings and display it. Okay. Clear? When you read the data also, you can either read the data using stream data, or you can usually see when you want the live data, how much it is getting inserted, how it is getting inserted. If you want that particular data, you can use the stream functions only, like read stream and all. But if you want the data like normal, if it has been paused, then you can check it from here also. Okay, if I execute this now, this will also give me the below number only. Let it run. In the meantime, yeah. See, by the time I'm pausing, I'm stopping this one. What it has done, whatever the value it has read, those values I could see. But the exact values I could see now when I execute this one. Okay, that particular thing we have seen here. And apart from that one, you can normally query the data inside the streaming data also, just like your batch data. Okay, clear? Inside the streaming also, you will always do one thing, like you are reading the number of rows per second is 200, right? So that's why it is again a batch behind the stream. We are leveraging the same thing upon the stream processing also. Clear everyone? Okay. Okay. So now that we have seen this particular thing, batch processing and stream processing, actually now when I'm doing the batch processing, I have done just like regular one. But if I have written something like a functions also for batch also, then you will be able to correlate, right? Because In batch also, you will read the stream data and you will write the stream data only. But the only difference is the way I have written the code is just different. Okay. Apart from the particular thing, everything is same. Few functions will be different between those two. Okay. Try to understand each and everything what we have written there. Be it a checkpoint, be it a checkpoint or be it a random function which we have imported or how we are saving that particular thing, each and everything. Okay. Now, I will show you the medallion architecture in practical. Give me a moment. Yes, 5D not. Do you have any doubts? 5D not? Let me explain you medallion architecture. Okay, so medallion architecture, let me show you this particular thing and I will create it. Okay. So what we are doing from the source, we are directly ingesting the raw data into the bronze and then to the silver. When we are inserting the into the silver, what we are doing, we are filtering the data, right? And when it comes to the gold layer, we are applying the business level logics. And in turn, these all tables are being used for reporting or streaming analytics or machine learning algorithms or whatever it is. Okay, this is how the quality of the data has been maintained inside the lake house using these layers. Okay, now in general, let me quickly show you uh, the raw data. Let me pick up any raw data finally, and then I will utils .fs.ls of. Let me pick any one of them. Okay, why every time I'm picking something from this particular one? Give me a moment. Sorry. So let me take it from this Databricks datasets. These are the datasets which helped me to show you all types of files on which we usually work, and it really helped actually throughout this course. You can make use of all of them, and you can create as many as using the Databricks you could actually create reports also. If you are interested, you could do it using these reports, okay? Using these data, okay? For now, let me take, which is retail org, means retail organization data. I'm going to take so that I will be able to show you all the things. Inside the retail organization, I could see active promotions, company employees, customers, loyalty segments, products, promotions, purchase orders, sale orders, sales stream, solutions, suppliers. This is really nice. See how many tables of data you have actually. 12. So all these are the source tables you could see like this one. Okay. Actually, uh, in my organization also it will be the same way only. Means it is a retail organization, na? So there also you will see wherever it is. Amazon is a retail organization, Flipkart is a retail organization. So what are all these will do when Amazon is having any sale, like Amazon Great Indian Sale or Freedom Sale, some sales will go on, right? So for all of them, what we say campaigns, those are all the campaigns. Means that sale will be within the certain time frame. Means for let's say for Freedom Sale, it is from 10 to 15th in Amazon. Let's say, okay. So from this date to this date, we have Freedom Sale. How we know? They will promote the things, right? So that is how actually the promotions means. Everything here is having a particular behind the scenes. You will understand when you understand the domain data. Okay, how many company employees are there for that particular organization? How many customers are there? Loyalty segments differs, like when they are purchasing the data. Sorry, when they are purchasing any product, we will define the loyalty of that particular customers based on a few metrics. Okay, and products, what are products this organization is having, and what are promotions it has done till now. This is active promotions, and this is promotions done till date. How many orders, purchase orders we have, sale orders. Not every sale is a purchase. Why? Because you sometimes return the product saying that you don't require it. Correct? That's why. Sales stream. Again, this is the different thing. Solutions and suppliers. So this all is having a very valid data, I should say. Okay, when you actually understand it, then only you will be able to do it. Okay, for now, I'm not going in depth of all of them. For now, I will be taking the active promotions one. Why I'm explaining all this means, this is how you will see things from real time also. I mean, in real time also, you'll be having the same data, but in a different format. Like you have this in Databricks datasets, na? You have the same thing in your Azure data like Gen 2 or in any data warehouse table. You will be having the same data. That's why. Okay. From active promotions, let's see what are there. So this is in our Parquet file. So today I will do one thing. Path is equal to this one. Okay. Df underscore Parquet is equals to spark dot read dot format of Parquet QUAT Parquet dot load of Parquet. Okay. So what it will do, it will read the data. Okay. After reading the data and writing it. Okay. Df underscore write is equals to df underscore Parquet dot write dot now df dot write dot format of. We have not seen this data, na? I will show you. Okay. So this is the Databricks path, right? Databricks Databricks. Path underscore data bricks. Okay. Format of. Now I want to write the same thing in a delta format. Okay. Or source format is equals to delta. Source format. This should be Parquet, right? UUET, Parquet. Okay. Destination format should be delta. Okay. And you have path in Databricks. Now path inside DBFS, where it should store. It should store inside output. Okay. Shall we store it there? It is empty, right? Not file store data output. Let me paste it here. Remove DBFS. Okay. Output slash. Output slash active promotions. Since this is a delta file, I'm not giving any Parquet or anything. Dot. Sorry, df dot write dot format of delta dot save. I'm saving this inside the DBFS path. DBFS path underscore DBFS. Okay, now that I have saved it here, what I will do, I will save this as a table also, right? So what I will do now, df underscore table is equals to df underscore Parquet dot write dot. Wait, let me not do that. Okay, what I will do means df result is equals to spark dot SQL of. I'm writing a query. Select star from. Select star from. I should take it from delta, right? Select star from delta. And the path should be absolute when you are reading it like this. So that's why I'm copy pasting this particular one. Just copy it and paste it here. Okay. Display of. df underscore result. Okay, let me execute it. So this is the data which we have. What we have done till here, we have read the data, we have written it to the location. Inside the catalog, inside the DBFS, file store, data, output. See here, active promotions. So this is the delta file with version 1. Okay. So this is the data. Promotion customer ID. This is the customer ID. Promotion item. This is the promotion item. Promotion disk. Here it has given and promotion ID. Okay. Promotions will be held, right? So many promotions. So for each promotion, you will be having one ID. Promotion date time. it has not read correctly. That's why it is giving some which is not readable format for promotion data. See, this is a data and quantity. How much quantity for each item it is having that, and cumulative sum and promotion begin date and units required. How many units are required for each quantity? Okay. Eligible for promotion or not means for each promotion item, whether this particular item is eligible or not, or at the time of ordering the thing. Okay, deadline. At what time if this promotion will end? That will be the one. Now that you understand the data, what we can do here, this is the very raw data we have seen. I'm ingesting the same thing, creating a create database. I'm creating a database for retail. Okay, retail, and use database retail. And now I'm creating the table. Create table. See, I'm ingesting the same thing to my bronze layer. Okay, for your convenience, I'm writing it as promotions promo underscore bronze or bronze underscore promo. Okay. In real time now, you will be having different names for these layers. Means I have given, I mean, this is for your understanding. Databricks has given like this: bronze, silver, and gold. But in general, you may have different names. Okay, but the implementation, what it want is the same thing. Okay. Uh, Here I will be taking the each and everything along with the same type, and I will create it. Okay. Okay, it's already 10 now. We'll do one thing. Tomorrow I will explain you how the medallion architecture can be implemented in practical, like ingesting it to the bronze layer first, and then I will filter. See, this disk data, we don't require it actually. And promote date time, and this particular thing is not in proper format. So we will filter out the data when it goes to the silver layer. And when it comes to the gold layer, what I will do, I will apply the business logics. Maybe I will take how many promotions have been completed, and for each promotion, how many customers have interacted, and how much cumulative sum of quantities have been sold for eligible promotion items. All these things we will discuss tomorrow. Okay. I will ask you questions tomorrow on today's class. So, and also I will share you the notebook, today's notebook, so that you will try from your end also this Spark streaming and all. Okay. Thank you all. Good night.